3, 2, 1, go!
Virtua Racing for the Sega Genesis was a landmark title back when it was released in March of '94. After watching Nintendo put enhancement chips in their cartridges to boost performance of its 16-bit machine for years, Sega had finally stepped up and did the same. Virtua Racing was the first and only Genesis game to include the SVP chip. Comparing Virtua Racing to a Super FX racing game on the Super Nintendo is night and day, and not in the graphics department either, but in the gameplay department. Where Stunt Race FX has laggy controls, Virtua Racing is razor sharp and is a revolutionary step forward in 3D racing. So SNES bashing aside, let's take a real look at Virtua Racing. This is a pretty straightforward interpretation of the arcade classic released 2 years prior in the arcades. You pilot a Formula 1 inspired car around 3 selectable tracks. There is a free ride option that can be used for time trials, a few difficulty options, a 2-player mode, and 2 different transmission choices. The controls still feel as sharp as ever, and maneuvering your way through the 3 courses is as fun and exhilarating as it was when I was a kid. You start from last position and must try to take over the top spot in 5 laps. Being an arcade game, there is also a timer and checkpoints, so you must be quick to even see the 5th lap, let alone finish. The game is lacking in a few areas that seem understandable for a game of this age. Mainly the opponents you race. They are a bit erratic, and you don't really feel like you're racing them, though there are moments when you feel like you nailed a perfect pass. There can also feel like a lack of things to do. There isn't even a championship mode. If you finish first place, you still get the game over music. All you do get is an almost unnoticeable gold cup on the track selection screen. But when you power down your Genesis, it's all gone. The game doesn't even save your top lap times. But don't get me wrong, Virtua Racing is good fun. It's classic 90s Sega with an emphasis on style. Instead of background music, you get a catchy jingle with each pass through a checkpoint. As the game progresses, the jingles get more and more intense, adding a sense of urgency. It's damn good fun. Virtua Racing really is a classic game, and it's a great looking Genesis game, shows the potential of the SVP chip, and captures the spirit of the arcade game quite well. But for all the praise I have for this game, it somewhat fails as a retro game, because Virtua Racing Deluxe for the Sega 32X is better in every way, and that is the game I'd recommend getting.